100-year history. Now the year above each poster, that tells you the year in which that particular movie was released in theaters. And here's the cool thing about the Universal Studios tour. A lot of the movies that you see on these posters, they were filmed right here on our Universal Studios movie lot. Take a look at this. Now, does anybody on the tram remember where Tony was supposed to be living in the movie Scarface? Any guesses? He was supposed to be living in Miami, Florida. He was just living inside of that building directly in front of us. Now, coming up on the left, this is soundstage number 12. Let's take a look at this building. Guys, it starts here, and then, oh my gosh, look at this. It goes all the way to the end of the street. Because this building on the left is one of the largest sound stages, not just here in the state of California, but say it with me. And it's inside of that building where Universal Studios built Tony's mansion that you see in the movie Scarface. And we also used that building to build the visitor center that you see in the first Jurassic Park film and parts of the city Whoville for the movie Grinch. Now, here at Universal Studios, did you know we are still building? Take a look at this construction over here on the right side of the tram. Does anybody know what we're building over there? You got it, Mario, Super Nintendo World. Now look at how close this new construction is to all of these sound stages we're driving past on the left. Any guesses why we're able to do that? Yeah, 98% soundproof. So while you're this close in the lower lot of the theme park, they're inside of sound stages 17 and 16 filming a television show called Hacks starring Gene Smart. Can't hear a thing. Now, if you're like me, you remember Gene Smart from that wonderful sitcom, Designing Women. Remember that show? Oh, that was so funny. Now, come on, we're going to drive past some more of our sound stages, and I'll tell you how they get used. Over here on the left, now this is Soundstage 21. This used to be used to film the television show Superstore that aired on NBC Universal. Superstore, anybody? Somebody? Aw, nobody. Well, thanks for supporting us here at NBC. All right, awkward. Now, before that building got used for Superstore, here's Ron Howard on your monitors to tell you how he used that building to direct the movie Apollo 13.
Realism was an essential element we thought about filming in Texas when the original control room Apollo missions still exist. Unfortunately, NASA's engineers didn't have filmmaking in mind when they built Mission Control, since there was no room for the elaborate camera movements and tracks we needed for the shots. We even had to build our own machine.
And on your monitors, look at that. You can see just how large all of these sound stages we're driving past are on the inside. So because of that, a little later on in the tour, our driver is going to open the doors of one of our sound stages, take this entire tram right inside and show you around. So make sure you have your cameras ready for that.
Everything had to be exact, even down to the tiniest detail.
Now these sound stages on the right, they're used mostly for television shows, but we don't just make TV shows, we also make movies like Ted. Hi Ted. But before anything can film inside of those sound stages, it first has to start out as an idea inside of these cute little buildings on the left. Now did you know the studio you're touring? It was actually here before the theme park you decided to visit today. The studio was built all the way back in 1912. So back in the early days, these were dressing rooms for people like Doris Day and Jimmy Stewart. How cool is that? But today, these are the offices for writers, producers, and directors who have development deals with NBC Universal. Speaking of directors, listen to this.
Lou said he could move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Take a look at Bungalow 5195. See that profile painted next to the door? Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock got his start here in the 1940s, and he used to work out of that bungalow as his office. How cool is that?
Just to know that he was there and walk by when he was in that office.
Hitchcock has influenced every director.
I saw Hitchcock when he was stalking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
But that's it for the Universal Studios front lot, because look at this. Our driver is about to take you all to the Universal Studios back lot, where the world is just around the corner. And boy, do I mean literally. See how we're turning the corner? Ooh, I've been here all week. Now, here's how you make a movie in Hollywood. First, you come up with the idea inside of those offices, right? And then you bring your camera, your crew, your cast out here to the Universal Studios backlot, and you use these Metro sets to make your film. Anybody remember the movie Bruce Almighty starring Jim Carrey? Yeah. Okay. But do you remember where we told you he was living? We told you that Bruce Almighty was living in Buffalo, New York. Everybody, welcome to Buffalo.
Place the dog!
I'm in the shower!
Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good. Oh, you're done now. Great. B-E-A-U.
And that's how you make a movie in Hollywood. We use the houses on the right side of the tram to play Buffalo, New York. Because most of what you and I see in the movies, it's based on Hollywood illusions. So simply by sitting on our tram